welcome back to Real Auto Reports. I'm Jonathan McGrew, and today we have the 2012 Land Rover Range Rover Sport.
Hi, welcome back. So we are in the 2012 Range Rover Sport, as I mentioned before. This is a pretty neat car. It's Land Rovers are considered one of the premier off-road vehicles, but they're also considered one of the premier luxury SUVs you can buy. So we're going to take this one out on some roads. We're going to talk to you a little bit about it and see what it has to offer and see if you like it. And if you do, maybe you'll want one. So the first thing you'll notice about a 2012 Range Rover Sport is, when you're inside especially, is how well appointed and well put together they are. This vehicle has a lot of nice features: navigation, dual climate control. It's got the automatic transmission with the sport mode, where you just click it over and all of a sudden you have a different gear ratio and throttle response. You have two cup holders. Everything's well hidden, well detailed. It is a real luxury car, all the way down to the stitched and bolstered, power bolstered seats. It's a car that makes you think you're in something like a high-end Mercedes or BMW, but you can go off-road. Some things that we should mention about this car to kind of set a baseline is the power. So this has a V8 with 375 horsepower. It really gets up and goes, as you can kind of see. It is not a vehicle that feels heavy and lethargic. It does feel pretty sporty, so we're going to give it that sport name that they put on the back. It has full-time all-wheel drive all the time. Of course, it is a Land Rover, so it does have the selectable off-road system, so you can put it in sand mode, there's winter mode. All in all, there are 5 modes you can choose over here, including a rutted mode for roads that are rutted. And the best thing about this Land Rover is that it actually drives really nicely around corners. Sure, does it feel a little top heavy? Yeah, it feels a little top heavy. As you can see, it leans a little bit. But does it feel unstable? And that's the key with these Range Rovers, is that they feel really stable out on the road. When you get the Sport, you get the nice wide tires. So it's a pleasurable driving experience. So why do you buy a Range Rover Sport? Does anybody really need a luxurious off-road vehicle? Well, I guess that's a matter of opinion, really, but a lot of people like to own something that's capable, that they can take camping, that they can, when they're, friends come into town. If you live here in the mountains in Colorado, or even in mountainous areas around the U.S., you want to be able to go have some fun, but then during your normal daily travels to the store and just maybe your children's school, you want to have that luxurious touch too, and the Range Rover really gives you that. This is outfitted as well as any Jaguar or BMW or Lexus, yet it's got height adjustment, so you can go down to what they call accessible height, and then you can go back up to normal height. That accessible height, as you can imagine, is so people can get in easier, which really helps, especially if you have someone that's 5'2" in the family. I do, and she can actually get in the vehicle, so you're welcome, Mom. You can also raise this vehicle up even higher, and it's got a higher off-road mode, so that if you're out on a dirt road or you need to get over some rough terrain, it'll raise the vehicle up and save your undercarriage, save that dual exhaust that sounds real nice, and make sure that you can get where you're going. So let's talk about gas mileage. Everybody wants to know gas mileage. And, in a $67,000 vehicle like this, people want to say, oh, why do you worry about gas mileage? Well, people still have an economical sense, even if they're paying good money for a nice vehicle. So this Range Rover is not going to be a Prius, and it's definitely not going to be as eco-friendly as some, but it gets 13 miles to the gallon in town and 18 miles to the gallon out on the freeway. And for such a large, heavy, and capable off-road luxurious vehicle, we're not going to say that's great, but we're going to say that it's in line with the 15 miles per gallon that a Corvette or a 650i BMW is going to get. So it's right in line with its price range, and we think people will forgive its drinking habit for where it can take them on their adventures. So let's just cover some quick features, some things that you might want to know about the Range Rover Sport here. It does have these lovely captain-style chairs with power bolsters, power lumbar, memory seats on the door, enough for 3 people. It's got a tilt and a telescopic wheel that's all electric. It'll do the departure where it sits back so that you can get in and out of the car. Navigation, both on-road and off-road. So that's a pretty neat feature. You have off-road navigation so that you can keep track of where you're going. Full climate control with dual climate. As we mentioned earlier, the drive and the sport mode with the manumatic shift. 2 cup holders, an ashtray, and a partridge in a pear tree with the inside storage here with your USB and iPod controller. This car really doesn't leave a lot to the wanting. It's also got parking sensors, front and rear backup camera. It's a really well-equipped car. And the other thing we really like is the one touch down and the one touch up, something that every luxury car should have. Oh, and maybe the folding mirrors where they fold in and out. And it'll actually do that when you lock it, which is really cool, as well as dipping the mirrors up and down so that you can see when you're in reverse, and it does that depending on how fast you're going and where you're turning. So it's actually an adaptive system on the mirrors. Pretty cool stuff in this vehicle.
So that's the real review of the 2012 Land Rover Range Rover Sport with the HSE Luxury package. This car, just to recap, has about a price tag of about $67,000. It has all the features and luxury appointments that you've come to expect in a car of this class, including memory seats, heated seats, navigation, and climate control. Come back to Real Auto Report soon for more in-depth reviews and real first impressions. I'm Jonathan McGrew, and we'll see you down the road.